Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video we will discuss about qualified versus ordinary dividends and the key tax differences between them. First, let's understand what a dividend is. A dividend is a payment that a company gives to its shareholders, usually from the company's profits. When you own shares of a company, the company may reward you by sending part of its earnings back to you as dividend income. Now, dividends are not always taxed in the same way. The most common type is called an ordinary dividend. Ordinary dividends are taxed at your regular income tax rate, just like wages, salary, or other normal income. Because of this, ordinary dividends can sometimes create a higher tax bill, especially if your income tax bracket is high. On the other hand, some dividends are called qualified dividends. These dividends meet special IRS rules and usually receive better tax treatment. Instead of being taxed like regular income, qualified dividends are generally taxed at long-term capital gains rates, which are often lower than ordinary income tax rates. Next, let's see when a dividend becomes qualified. Usually, the dividend must be paid by a U.S. company or a qualified foreign company. In addition, the investor must meet a holding period rule. In many cases, the stock must be held for more than 60 days during the 121-day period around the ex-dividend date. However, not every dividend qualifies, even if it comes from a company you own. After that, the main difference comes down to tax rates. Ordinary dividends are taxed at regular income tax rates, while qualified dividends are taxed at long-term capital gains rates. In the United States, common federal tax rates for qualified dividends are usually 0%, 15%, or 20%, depending on taxable income. However, state taxes may also apply, so the final tax result can vary. For example, imagine you receive a $1,000 dividend. If it is treated as an ordinary dividend and taxed at 24%, you may pay $240 in tax and keep $760 after tax. But if the same dividend qualifies for a 15% tax rate, you may pay only $150 in tax and keep $850 after tax. So, in this example, the qualified dividend leaves more money after taxes. Also, when you receive dividend income, it is usually reported on Form 1099 DIV. Box 1A shows total ordinary dividends, while Box 1B shows qualified dividends. This helps investors and tax preparers understand which part of the dividend may receive lower tax treatment. Finally, the key point is that all qualified dividends are ordinary dividends, but not all ordinary dividends are qualified. Qualified dividends may get lower tax rates, but the holding period and the source of the dividend matter. So before assuming a dividend gets special tax treatment, always check the rules carefully. This video is for educational purposes only and is not tax or financial advice. Tax rules can change, and your actual tax result may depend on your income, filing status, location, and personal situation. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.